Welcome to the end of the carrot of Kirby 64 in the Crystal Shards. The Dark Matter, Miracle Matter boss level.
Okay.
And the game gave us a rather conspicuous hint that there is something interesting happening with this level, although at the onset it looks pretty normal. That shimmer indicates...
You're not gonna actually use combo powers? Dang it.
Well, the thing about... You go in this boss fight, you might go through an effort, putting these powers together, but you don't even get to use them for very long. If, for example, the very next form that Miracle Matter goes into is not compatible with the power, with any of the component of the powers that you've combined together. So you might as well just concentrate on whatever he's firing at you at that time.
I totally disagree with that. I think using the combo powers against Miracle Matter is significantly more efficient than using a neutral Kirby's moveset.
So we do have a boss. He has a health bar. He has powers. He's doing the exact same things that he was doing. So it really begs the question, as we're going into this, is this for real or is this a waste of time? And the answer is... this is indeed not a waste of time. You must defeat Miracle Matter once more in order to get the doohickey for getting all of the crystal shards in the game.
So we're going to be able to kill Spike here.
Yeah, this one's easy. I bet there are people out there that they can hover in mid-air and still avoid that. And get whatever the fuck this is supposed to be besides
it's Cutter,
just
come
real...
on.
No, I know, but like, is it a cactus? Is it a bean?
It's a fish.
It's a piranha.
I wouldn't call it a piranha, but maybe a ray. Yeah, a ray.
Yeah, spit it out, because Miracle Matter normally, when he has this many forms left, he's not typically going to go into the same form multiple times in a row.
Right.
Which is why I highly recommend don't ingest the powers. Just take his projectiles and throw them back at him.
Whereas I recommend going into the combo powers because the fight is much more fun that way.
Good use of timing. Gotta wait for him to get out of the way of the other debris on the ground so that your projectiles do not get locked up. He is trying to block you there with his shield. He's running out of forms. The T-1000 will soon be terminated. Grab it, grab it, grab it, grab it, and fire. Nice. Got one hit left on rock.
Kirby there, you could have definitely taken him out.
Yeah, but you would have had to constantly redeploy Curling Kirby in order to do that.
Not like that's difficult.
Nice.
Curling Kirby is actually relatively good at offense.
Alright, this is one of only two powers he's got left, is fire and rock.
No, you finished rock, didn't you? Yeah, you just finished rock.
No, rock is not done yet. Yep, there's the rock. Big stupid octagon. Just get to the part where I kill you, finally.
And then, okay, you did hit it, but you also transferred power, so... Maxim Tomato instead of the Crystal Shard, because now
you need a full health bar for this hidden sequence of the game.
Yes, the collection of dark matter goes into outer space and explodes, but we didn't get all of dark matter, as we saw in the ending last time. Yeah, it's in Queen Ripple.
Queen Ripple. Ripple wine. There goes the rest of Miracle Matter.
The rest of dark matter. Behold the Kirby cell phone.
I'm going to phone a friend.
Very specifically, a Warp Star from Popstar.
I'm going to call a taxi. Alright, you guys take care of the queen. We'll be back.
Okay, so
there we go.
We have a small enemy rook slash platforming segment, and then we get into the surprise of literally every Kirby game is that the final boss ends up being a shoot 'em up section. So,
right. Except for DDD. DDD in Kirby's Dream Land was not a shoot 'em up section.
But DDD was also not the final boss in Dreamland.
Well, you get a 1-up here. I suppose
Thanks,
Adeline's supposed to give you... I suppose she's supposed to give you a health item if you got hit on the way over here.
Thank you, DDD. And here we have him, 02.
Is it a smiley face? No, it is an eyeball.
Yes.
Is it?
So, 02. Despite the fact that this is in fact a Kirby shoot 'em up section, this is actually one of the easiest Kirby shoot 'em up sections in the entire game. It's just a very sudden shift into dark subject matter because yeah, every time you hit 02 in the eye, he bleeds at you.
Yep, and now hit his weird cactus weak spot. Ow. But try not to float in the same place as you're shooting his cactus proboscis, because then those green clouds are going to cause damage to you.
Yeah.
Ow. You know, what I find ironic is that you say that this is one of the easier boss fights in Kirby 64. Not only am I getting my ass kicked during this take...
Not just Kirby 64. This is honestly one of the easiest final bosses in most of Kirby canon. I think, like, arguably the only easier boss fight is probably... No, I can't honestly think of an easier boss fight than 02, to be perfectly honest. The only real issue that you usually have to worry about is the green smoke during this segment. And even then, if you look at it, you've already taken down more than 2/3 of his health, 3/4 of his health, and you got through most of that in one segment. You can actually two segment 02 quite easily.
I mean, I suppose I've had it coming for a long time, but now I just feel plain inadequate. Okay, shoot him in the eye.
The difficulty for 02 specifically is the fake 3D environment that you're in. Because it is a bit difficult to figure out where the explosive a bit of the explosive stars are going to be and how far away the green smoke is whilst you're in the actual damaging segment.
Fly away from the green clouds. Fly away from the green. Alright, now what the fuck?
And he went all the way underneath.
Damn. I guess I ran out of time.
Yes,
so this will take me a total of 4 sequences in order to trigger his weird cactus funny bone. Go, Kirby. Use your crystal shard gun, which looks honestly a lot like the crystal shooter from Halo.
This doesn't look like the needler. It looks like the energy sword.
Oh yeah, that's right, the energy sword. Behold, we have defeated the
02.
doohickey.
And
this
thus
weird
concludes the Dark
miasma.
Matter trilogy.
Supernova. Eradicated forevermore. Thanks to Kirby and a little help from his friends.
Oddly enough, this is not actually the end of Dark Matter. This is the end of the Dark Matter trilogy, but this is not the end of Dark Matter. Dark Matter does come back. We've already played the game where he comes back in, though, or at least one of the 2 games, because Dark Matter ends up possessing DeRoach at the end of Squeak Squad, so...
Oh, Kirby, you're so clumsy.
Hey, he got a medal, meaning that he is more of a hero than Chewbacca is. Ha 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 ha.
Haha.
Now, Kirby and the Crystal Shards. I enjoy this game, I do, but I do not like going back to this game specifically because the quest to 100% is very tedious. You specifically need to know combination powers in order to get to 100%. 02 is not honestly all that satisfying of a boss to deal with, and the levels are a bit lengthy for the collectathon nature that the game has. The combination powers, for the most part, are a great concept, and they would revisit it slightly in future games, but only slightly because, well, Kirby ends up getting a lot more fucking powers than he had in this game. And the big problem that the combination system has is that about 1/3 of the combo powers are objectively useless. Don't mix fire and ice, people. Just don't do it.
Well, No, do mix fire and ice because there's a crystal shard at stake. If
I
you
don't think
do
there
that.
is. I think that crystal shard
There
specifically
because-
is triggered just by having fire.
No, because then other powers that I had attempted to use on that segment during the volcano level would have triggered it. You because you don't bring ice into a volcano. Haven't you ever been to Hawaii?
But yes, I enjoy this game. It's not as good as other Kirby games, specifically Superstar. Superstar is still the best Kirby game and the best video game of all time. So there.
I think that
even in the credits, Zero
bleeding
Two
eye.
is bleeding at you.
But Kirby is still having a good time all the same.
Yes.
He had those crackers, and he did the other thing, and he had himself a gay old time. And thank you so much for watching Riker Rabbit Commentaries playthrough Kirby 64 and the Crystal Shards, a Nintendo classic.
Be safe, everybody.